microwave movie. Do not worry, the book won't burn. I've done this before. Don't worry, I'm professional. I have so many thoughts and mixed emotions about this movie. I have to say, for the non-spoiler section of this video, as a book to movie adaptation, it was wonderful, had everything going on, and I was completely digging it. I think a lot of people that haven't read the book will enjoy the movie, even though it is like a bit of like a stereotypical teen type of movie. It isn't like the biggest bang, end of the world movie, high class like Hollywood. It has a bit of that YA element to it. However, I suggest to still go watch it, go see it, and then tell me what you think about it. So that is the end for the non-spoiler section. Yes, now let's discuss spoilers. I went and saw this at the movies with Emily. Before we went in, I was prepared. I was ready to do this. I had my big frozen raspberry. It was huge. Like, Hoyts make a jumbo size, and I couldn't even finish it. My first impressions of it, when it started, and we had, you know, Cassie coming in to like the abandoned store, and she's gonna shoot that guy, and the guy pulls out the cross, but she shoots him anyway. That was exactly like I pictured it. Like, legit. What will happen there is exactly like I pictured it in the book. I was just getting really excited and I was fangirling. I was fangirling about an hour into the movie because the first hour of the movie was just absolutely amazing, and they just crammed so much in, and I was just, you know what lost me? The very end of the movie. When Evan delivered that one freaking line when he was gonna bomb the place. I'll talk about that later, but that's where it lost me. I'm sorry. Emily described this movie the way it totally was. Horny teenagers and apocalypse. In every single apocalypse movie, if you get a teenager, they will most likely find a guy, kiss him, and have sex. Happens every time. Even if they don't know the dude, they will get to know the dude in the apocalypse. After that scene, we kind of went back into the past before the apocalypse happened, and the aliens touched down and said, "Yo, this is my planet, I love how this movie though had this kind of parallel time thing going on, because we'd be like in now, and then we'd go back, and then we'd go to like the military place, and then we'd be back, and then we'd be back to the past, and we're back to the future. Yeah, it was just all over the place. So let's talk about the beginning, when everyone sees this huge mothership in the sky. There was that moment where I think the dad or the mum, or I forgot, said,
"Oh, that family across the street is like leaving, they're moving out."
Wouldn't you think to do that? Why did people end up staying? If you saw a freaking mothership in the sky, the safest place to go would be the countryside. Like, I'd be running to the countryside. That family had the right idea, and yet they were made to look like, you know, freaks. Who stays behind? And you know when she was like staying behind, and they had that roll call in class, no one was there except for like a couple of students. Why would you even go to school? You know, you got this mothership. Why would you go to school? Like, you'd be running away, wouldn't you? When the plane came down and then all the students are like rushing towards the window, I'm like, why are you rushing towards the window? Like, get in a tornado shelter, get in a bomb shelter. It's America. Do something. Run away. Hide. But they did have the sex convo. In the book it happened like that, but instead of like saying it, Cassie had it on her mobile, but they kept that in. The second wave was that huge tidal wave. I thought the effects here were really awesome. They did actually a fantastic job, because usually in some YA movies, if they try and create digital effects, they look cheesy as. I was kind of laughing to Emily. I was just like, what would you do if a massive tidal wave or like tsunami wave or whatever came through your building? Because there was that one woman that was legit standing there. Like, we saw her in the trailer, now we see her in the movie. She's just like legit standing there, and then the wave just goes, all the other people are running. What would you do? Would you stand there and embrace death, or would you try to outrun it? I don't even know what I'd do. I don't know if I'd stand there and think, oh well, the wave's just gonna kill me, or if I'd try climbing up the top, because you did see there's a certain bit where people like up the top of buildings and they're like looking down, so maybe I'd try to outrun it, but then I'd probably get swamped by people. Third wave was like the infection, the disease thing, and I found it so sad when a friend was like on the other side, and then the mum's like, no, what are you doing? It's not safe. Of course, Cassie's immune to everything. But I found it really sad. The next scene, her mum died, and her little brother was so cute. I felt so sorry for her little brother. Finally, Cassie's dad though then says, okay, everyone, let's go, let's go. Like, it took a death for him to say, let's move out. The next part of the movie, they're in the camp. The camp, like I said for the first part of this movie, it was exactly like I pictured it, but I was getting really excited here. You know how there was like no cars? Like, the cars in the first wave were like, you can't use them. What the hell? If you suddenly were at this camp, everything was good, Cassie's dad taught her how to use a gun, I mean, it was full on, and then all of a sudden, these men come in, claiming they're like the US military or whatever, with trucks that move. Would you trust them when like you can't use cars? Why did everyone suddenly trust them? Like, I wouldn't trust them, like I'd just run to the woods. The scene where Cassie's little brother was like in the bus and then she went back to get the freaking teddy bear and then the bus took off. Wouldn't she say before the bus took off?
Yeah, bus people, I'll be back. Just like, I'm gonna get a teddy and I'll be back.
She didn't. Her little brother left and it was so sad, and then she saw her dad get shot. That was horrible. Like when they shot all the people in there because of one freaking guy who stood up. Like, dude, seriously, calm down. Maybe they wouldn't have shot you if you hadn't gone off. Evan, this is what the next bit happens with the Evan. Oh frick, when she was on the highway and you know she got shot and then she was just like shooting all over the place and running under the car. I feel like I pictured it. Oh, I thought Chloe, all in all, played the part really well. I mean, she was in If I Stay. She was in Carrie. That was like the first of a movie I saw her in. She has been in like Kick-Ass, I haven't seen that movie, but she's been in a few others, and every single role she plays, she can adapt so well, and I love her so much. And next, I would like to talk about Ben. Oh, I love him, he's so cute. What's with this neck injecting though? Like, it's pissing me off, like everything goes in the freaking neck. So basically they were taking the kids and like train them, but for the wrong reasons and all that. It'd be pretty convincing, I have to say, if you had these people tell you, you know, that's the enemy, that's evil, blah 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 blah. I think one of my favorite scenes though in this movie was how Cassie's little brother and Ben were like singing. So next, Cassie comes in contact with Evan Walker. When she woke up, she's like, where the frick am I? And she was like running to her bag, and then she like tried to pretend to still be asleep. I'm like, girl, that's so stereotypical. That's not gonna work. In the book, Evan used to go kind of away every night and then come back, and they didn't really put that in the movie. A lot of that stuff that was in the book with Evan was cut out. So that's why when their relationship started to develop, and especially when they were running away and this and that and the other, the next minute they're in the car and they're kissing, and I don't even know if they had apocalypse sex. I just wasn't feeling their relationship when they wanted you to feel the relationship. Maybe if it had been a bit slower, it's like they'd only been with each other for a day and talking and this, that and the other, and she still hadn't figured out that he's like the other and he's both. Like, oh, that line, that cringeworthy line. I like how they still incorporated everyone's code name, like Teacup, Zombie, Ringer, but still, in the middle of an apocalypse, how come she still has makeup? I still don't get how they would send a 4-year-old kid into battle and had the right idea of tying him up. Why would you do that? I really like the fight scenes. I thought they were really well done and really stuck true to the book. Like, I was totally digging them. The ending was really like, oh, as well. Like, Emily was just like, oh my god, someone's gonna die, someone's gonna die, someone's gonna die. You don't know if he's dead or alive, and you're just waiting for a sequel because you want a sequel. However, the very, very end, this is where I didn't really like it. When they were sitting around that campfire, well, also when after all the bombs and explosions and that like commander dude wanting to shoot them and everything was going off, and they somehow escaped in the car that Ringer had stolen or whatever, and then they were sitting around the campfire. Where the hell did they get their eggs from? For America. That's the expression we use here in Australia. It was so stereotypical at the very end. That's why the ending didn't go off for me. And especially when they started with Alive by Sia, they had that weird double effect going on. Okay, now you just lost me. I think ever since Evan delivered that line at the very end, how he's like, Evan, you lost me. That's when I lost the movie, and he kissed her and I'm just like, oh god, this is so freaking cheesy. But I did like how he came in and he's just like, oh shit, this is Ben, the one that you've been talking about. And I did really like how they kept the pictures in as well, that she had of him. That is the end for my 5th wave movie review. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was very quick, simple and sharp, but I wanted to get some of my opinions across and what I thought about it and wanted to talk about it a bit. What did you think? Again, did you like it? Hate it? Did you think, oh, this is okay? Like, tell me what you think down below. I am Miranda. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.